Oh my gosh. I cannot believe the time is here.
The time is here.
The time is now.
So anyway, this is how you know Ozzy knows nothing about sports, because he decided to. Actually, he didn't decide to. We just recorded way late.
Yeah.
So we're just screwing him over, I guess.
Yeah.
But he had to clock out and leave work. And now we're going to talk about the divisions that both of our teams are in for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sorry both of our wives. Sorry.
I know. My wife made French dips too, so I'm making an ultimate sacrifice.
Wow.
Here.
You know what? I appreciate the time that you put in
I'm saying,
to make this podcast happen.
Somebody
Bryan.
should, you know? Somebody should.
Okay. I feel like I'm catching some strays out here, but that's all right.
Yeah.
All right. No, we're not gonna dilly dally today. Welcome to the house, episode 49. It has been a little over a year since we started this podcast. Episode 50 is our next one.
And we still have 8 subscribers.
Shout out to our 8 subscribers. You're
we
the real
love
ones.
you. We love you.
You're the real ones.
Stick around.
All dozen listeners. We can only go up from here.
It gets better.
It does. It does. Hey, check out all the other stuff we're recording here at the My House Podcast Network, like The Liberating Effect that had episode 3 come out last week. And like a month ago, I said we were going to have a new My Voice episode with one of our staff members that's a former client, and we will just as soon as he isn't doing his job so well. He's just constantly doing that peer support thing, working with folks. That's super great. Oh, by the way, if you need homeless or at-risk youth services, you can take it to my house, 300 North Willow Street in downtown Wasilla. Yeah, shout out Daniel.
Shout out our entire behavioral health team, who has just been absolutely just amazing.
En fuego.
You know, and we've gone through a huge change with all of these services coming in. Not really changing our services, but the way that we do them and the way that we document them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little bit of a challenge in the beginning. And they have all found their rhythm and they're running, dude. It's super
under their
cool
new
to see.
defensive coordinator, Bryan Fields. It's a real Legion of Boom in the office right now.
That's right. That's right, dude. Heck yeah.
Is there anything? Okay, so the Mariners.
Oh, God.
No, I don't. It's still not great. I'm very nervous, and I'm just terrified every day. I've seen this so many times before.
Padres again.
Yeah. Take that, Ozzy.
Take that, Ozzy.
Take that.
Padres suck.
Got him. Got him. Yeah, I don't know. It's just tell me when I'm allowed to panic. The Mariners start a series against the Padres today, actually, the day we're recording this. So big get right series for us.
Yeah. Padres haven't looked super great, though, have they? I don't really pay attention to the Padres.
Who cares? Irrelevant franchise. San Diego. Who's from San Diego anyway? You don't want to talk about basketball news?
Basketball news.
You don't want to talk about the Kobe situation right now?
Okay.
No,
Kobe,
we don't have to.
Kobe fans, calm down.
We'll leave it at that.
Trust me when I say, like, I literally, like, when I dream about getting my own office, and the first thing I put up is the plaque of Mamba mentality. That's my goal in life. Understand
when
this.
the new building is done
And I have an office, understand that Mamba mentality will be the first decor in my office. Okay? I love Kobe. I love everything that he was, everything that he stood for. His wife is allowed to have a life. His wife is allowed to have a life.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Got it. Yep. I said it right. Okay.
Yep.
It's crazy to me. Vanessa Bryant is in a new relationship. It looks like I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's like, what is real, what is not. But I'm pretty sure she's pregnant. I try to like stay out of like that drama stuff.
And it's okay.
But yeah, and it's okay.
And it's okay.
But
everyone.
Everybody's like, how could she? It's been 5 years, you guys. It's been 5 years.
People are allowed to recover.
Yeah.
Live their life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Very
and
good.
I think Kobe would want that as well.
Yes. Very good. Okay.
Well, actually, the competitor and probably, maybe not.
Okay. We said it's good, Bryan. We said it's good. I just thought it was going to be a funny joke, like us not talking about it, because before you said we should not touch that at all.
We should not touch that at all.
It's
But
okay.
You know what? You
We're leaving
tempted
it
me.
at that.
I took the bait, and here we are.
Here we are. Kansas City Chiefs. 0 for 3 in the preseason. Washed? Question mark.
What?
Who do you want to start with? You want to start with AFC West? Do you want to start with NFC West? Or should we talk about, I mean, whose team gets to go first? Or do we save our teams for last?
We got to save our teams for last.
Okay. So every other team in the division.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about our teams last.
Yeah, let's start with out of these two divisions, to me, the most, and this is so hard and pains me to say, but the most intriguing team to me out of these two divisions is the Denver Broncos.
Ooh, okay.
I
might, honestly, I might agree with you. I actually think it's a toss-up between the Broncos and the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you got two phenomenal coaches,
Mm-hmm.
but I really, really...
Well, okay, yeah. Are we calling Sean Payton a phenomenal coach?
He's a Super Bowl winning coach. He had one of the greatest... Yeah.
I just don't like him.
I don't
don't like his
either.
face.
I don't like his face either. It looks like his... Never mind. I'm not going to say that. We're being mean. We don't be mean to each other.
Anyway, okay, yeah. Two well-coached teams.
Two well-coached teams. And, look at the start. I mean, they get to open versus the Titans and then at the Colts.
Titans, Colts, Chargers, Bengals in the first 4 weeks of the season. I mean, that's basically a free win right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Broncos surprised a lot of folks last year.
Bo Nix surprised.
I think that there were whispers in the wind of Bo Nix, since he got to play for 8-9 years in college, however long it was. But yeah, the Broncos Nation Bo-lieves.
Yeah.
They Bo-lieved last year. They certainly Bo-lieve now. But now
that is awful. Did you come up with that, or is that a thing?
No, this is a thing.
That's a thing?
This is a thing, yeah.
That's how much I despise.
Brandon Perna, I mean, he basically speaks for all Broncos fans, and that is definitely, he was a big Bo-liever last year.
Okay, this is why. What's crazy is because I heard a lot of the opposite and just a lot of hate coming out, and people hated this pick. When I seen initial draft reactions from last year, people were like, I think it's a reach for Bo Nix. He's like a second-round grade, maybe, blah, 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 blah. And you've seen that from him in the beginning of the season. And then, I don't know what happened, but it was like he flipped a switch, and he looked like a competent NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
And then, fast track, though, you get to the playoffs, and he looks back to that first person that...
They were playing the Bills.
It doesn't.
I'm willing to cut the Broncos some slack because it was impressive they just made it there. And I was actually planning on coming into this podcast and having a bit about how, are the Broncos primed to have a sophomore slump style season akin to the Texans? But then I looked at their schedule.
Yeah.
Titans, Colts, Chargers, Bengals. I do think the Bengals will be better, but then Eagles. Okay, the Eagles are good. Then Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Texans.
Yeah.
And they could be 7-3, 8-2, and then coast to a playoff spot
Easily.
I mean, I think the Broncos, just based off their schedule, are a playoff team here.
Yeah, and then you look at what the offseason that they had. They really, really stacked and addressed the defense, going out and getting some seriously gritty guys. And I love what they did in the draft. It was like a combination of we're going defense, offense. And the Broncos are always really, really scary when their defense is good.
Yep.
And
they won a whole Super Bowl off of that.
And you look at Sean Payton and you look at the history of him and his teams, when he has a good defense, he doesn't need insane quarterback play, insane wide receivers, because if you look at their wide receiver room, it's not anything special. You look at their running back room, I mean, you could make an argument that maybe R.J. Harvey is going to be an elite running back, but you don't know that. I mean, he's a second-round pick, right? It's still high for a running back, but not Ashton Genty high. You know what I mean? And so your offense isn't flashy. Your offense looks like how do we get the job done? How do we put some points on the board? We have some veteran leadership in there. And so if this defense does come together, I can see them winning this division.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying it now. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with Kansas City last year with a rookie quarterback and holes in their defense.
Yeah.
You address that. You're coming into year 2, more confidence. I mean, Sean Payton he's gonna coach up Bo Nix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's lots of reports of Bo Nix spending time with Drew Brees this offseason, who is like his biggest comp.
Right.
Is Drew Brees,
right.
which
for a lot of reasons.
I don't see.
They both are coached by Sean Payton.
That's exactly the only correlation there.
Yeah.
And so it's such a reach to me.
Well, people give you a lot of reasons, but I think that's the underlying reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so let's hold that for a second. You think the Broncos could win this division? Let's move to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Because the Chargers are another team. So Justin Herbert, for my mind, and I can't remember if we've said this in one of the other episodes or not, but we're getting ready to talk about the Cardinals. I think two teams that are in very similar situations where you have this quarterback that, and way more so for Kyler Murray when we get with the Cardinals, but I think for Justin Herbert too. We know Justin Herbert is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
We know that the Chargers
So here's the question though. Justin Herbert is a good quarterback. Is he a great quarterback?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it is time to see if Justin Herbert is a top QB in this league or if he is just a competent quarterback.
Yeah.
Because the Chargers need him to be a top QB in this league. And he's shown flashes, and everyone's been saying for years and years and years, Justin Herbert, most underrated quarterback in the league, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but you have the coaching.
Yeah.
Defense started to look like might be there. It is time for Justin Herbert to lead this offense and this team to a window of contention this season. And I don't know if it can happen.
I don't know if it can happen either. And I like Justin Herbert, his little vampire-looking self.
That's a little unfair.
Dude, he's got the sharpest canines you've ever seen.
I've never noticed that.
Every time.
Hang on. I need to stop. Pause.
I love
give me a second. Give me a second. Let me Justin Herbert. Let's take a look at the ESPN picture. And I'm gonna enhance. Wow, he has got sharp little incisors, dude. He's got vampire fangs on the side.
That's what I'm saying.
Daywalker, dude. What's going on?
I can't believe
I'm never going to unsee that now.
How is that not his nickname?
Daywalker?
Daywalker. How is that? I would be like, yeah, bro, here I am.
Okay.
But
so Daywalker and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Jim Harbaugh. I think he gets the best out of quarterbacks. He's still within that window before he starts rubbing people the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, because I mean, he's a weird guy sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that video where he's like everybody's warming up and he's standing behind the tent and he just like pops his head out and he's just like looking at everybody like, yeah.
He's a little weirdo.
He's a little odd.
Here's the thing with the Chargers is same as the Broncos. I think they have one of the easiest schedules in the league. Just looking at it.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is you have to play the Broncos and the Chiefs 4 games out of your, 2 games apiece. But they are playing the Colts, they're playing the Giants, they're playing the Jaguars. I mean, not all these teams can take a step. So there is a path to the Chargers being a 10-7 playoff team.
Their first 3 games are within their division.
Right, but one of those is a free win.
I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna come
against the Raiders. So it
this.
Doesn't. I mean, thanks. The worst they can do is 1 and 2. So I don't really know what you're getting at there.
Okay.
And then they play the Giants. So they're 2 and 2, bare minimum by week 4.
Still,
that is the easiest lock of the week. If we had a sponsored gambling segment, that would be Isaac's lock of the week right now. I mean, the Chargers are 2 and 2 or better by week 4. Calling it right now. The problem with the Chargers is they can't just be like adequate anymore.
Yeah.
They can't like be a 10-7 playoff team.
Yeah.
You have to start seeing some steps. But this is a division where 3 teams made the playoffs last year, and I'm kind of looking around the rest of the AFC, and I'm looking at those 3 teams that made the playoffs, and I'm like, unless someone gets injured, I think all 3 of them might make the playoffs again.
That's the other problem with the Chargers is Justin Herbert is injury prone.
Yeah,
he played half of the season last year injured.
Yes, and if there is a team in this division that's going to drop out of the playoffs this year, it will be the Chargers. Yeah. I mean, that's where the smart money would be.
Yeah.
So a lot of questions that need answered. Mm-hmm. They still have the capability to be a playoff team.
Yeah, I really like Lad McConkey. Ooh, me little lad.
Lad McConkey. Tippity-tum-ti-tum. We're allowed to say that, right?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
No
Here
one's
we are.
watching.
I mean, we just call
None of our dozen listeners are going to turn us in.
I don't think so.
Nah, we're good.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Chiefs.
I could see this team taking a step forward, but I can also see. I don't know. What if this is? But then, did you see Trey Lance?
Yeah. Because we're recording this right after the last preseason week, so we have a little bit more context than some of the other weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trey Lance has looked good.
I think if Justin Herbert went down, Trey Lance could maybe.
Could this be the resurgence of Trey Lance?
Well, I think Justin Herbert.
Is this a Tim Tebow situation?
I don't know about that. We'll see. Okay. The Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. Should we just agree to talk about them in January?
I want to say no.
What do you want to talk about with the Chiefs?
I mean, do you think that the Chiefs' window is closed?
No.
Okay. Why?
Because you know how many times we said that about the Patriots? Oh, has the Patriots window closed? Oh, this might be the year that the Patriots window is closed. And then they just won 2 more back-to-back championships. And then the window is closed again, and then they win another championship. I don't want to talk about the Chiefs. I don't want to think about the Chiefs until they have missed the playoffs.
But the Chiefs won a total of 12 one-score games last year.
They're 15-2. So how many of those games are they going to win? 12 one-score games this season? No. But are they? How many of them are they going to lose? Are they going to lose? So in order to miss the playoffs,
you got Chargers, Eagles, Giants, Ravens. I could very well.
I could see 1 and 3.
I could see a 1 and 3 start there.
Yeah, I could. Look at their tail end of the season. Colts. This is the last 7 weeks. Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, maybe Titans, Broncos. Okay, Raiders. Week 18. You don't think the Chiefs just pump if it's close? If they're like a wild card team going into Week 18, just a pumping of the Raiders to make the playoffs.
Bro, you act like that happened. What are you talking about?
Just an absolute feast.
What do you mean, dude?
Just
you act like we got dog walked by the Raiders.
Take old Yeller out back and just.
What are you talking about? I think you have bumped your head, sir.
Here's the deal. I think in order to miss the playoffs, the Chiefs would have to be 9-8. So you're telling me the Chiefs are going to lose 6 more games than they did last year, and I just don't see it.
How do you not? I mean, they literally got lucky a time and time and time and time.
And then
they played the Raiders and only beat them 19-17.
That game was so pathetic.
And they should have lost. The Chiefs should have lost. But their devil voodoo magic.
Aiden O'Connell was looking at donk.
Yeah, that happened.
I count my blessings every day and pray without ceasing. 1 Thessalonians 5:17, and I just want to just praise be that I was with you for that moment. I will cherish that for the rest of my life. I don't know, Brian. Like, okay, yeah. Sure, they won 12 one-score games. I get it, but I just do not. Let's not say that any
so
teams
much. Let's
that
not forget,
you don't.
like the blocked field goal. Let's not forget
This is the dynasty of this current generation.
Terrible.
And I'm not
PI
willing.
call.
I'm not willing to say that they're dead until they've missed the playoffs back-to-back years.
I'm not saying that they're dead. I'm just saying that I think maybe the Super Bowl contending window is closed. The only thing that scares me is them coming in with a chip on their shoulder. But you've seen what they look like last year, having played so much football for the last freaking 7 million years. They came in sluggish, and they're not. I'm just saying. I see them coming out with that same energy, and if you come out with that same energy, I just don't see you getting as lucky this year.
See, but this
I could see you being a game outside of the playoffs.
This is why I don't want to talk about them though, because then like my thing is you want to say their contending window is slammed shut or is closed. Maybe you didn't say slammed shut, but you said closed. And do I think that would they be like my pick to win the Super Bowl this year? No, definitely not. Like I can think of at least like probably 4 teams that I would say right now, before week 1, I would say have a much better chance to win the Super Bowl. But we're going to sound like every other mainstream ESPN media pundit that's just going to raise the probably fair point that Patrick Mahomes is a pretty good quarterback, and as long as they have him on the team while he is in his prime, which I think he still is right now,
yeah,
they could miss the playoffs this year. Maybe you're right. Maybe they go 9-8, which is crazy, and they could just reload and be right back to contention the next year. So yeah. I don't think you say this team's window's closed till you see them in the bottom of the standings back-to-back years.
And you need some teams to really make some significant strides.
Yeah, like who? Like who else in their division should make some significant strides?
The only one that's really easy is, right, the Bengals could take a playoff.
Well, in their conference, yes, but you also need their division to get significantly better.
Not really. To miss the playoffs, no. I mean, Denver's going to take a stride. The Chargers can definitely take a stride this year.
They could.
The Raiders, realistically, as much as you hate and as much as you're going to
Bryan,
try to dog walk me and this and that, bro.
Yeah, just inhale that coke.
You cannot come here and sit here and say this when you go to bat 1,000,000 times over for Geno Smith. And so you cannot tell me that the Raiders can't sneak a wild card spot.
That's maybe inappropriate. I'm not going to do that motion, but you just inject it straight into your veins. Inject the hope straight into your veins. I'm happy that you're able to.
Realistically, I hope that the Raiders. It's the same thing as last year. I hope that they either are in the playoffs or they're absolutely terrible. But again, if you look at the Chiefs missing the playoffs, right? So let's say you have Denver and the Chargers. You have Houston. You have Baltimore. You have Cincinnati takes a step. What if the Steelers hold their playoff spot? Then you have Buffalo. What?
No, Bryan.
What?
The Steelers are not a playoff team this year.
Oh my God.
No way.
I feel like you're Skip Bayless.
I'm looking at the rest of the AFC and I can't imagine a world where the Chiefs are not in the playoffs. Barring a injury bug rivaling last year's 49ers, I don't see it. So much has to go right for a whole lot of other teams for them to end up on the outside looking in.
No, dude, there's 7 teams.
I would love to be wrong about that.
There's 7 teams without the Chiefs that are most likely going to make the playoffs, and it just needs one team to do better than expected, which there's usually always one team that does better than expected. And so it's a lot closer than you think that it is.
So here's what's going to happen. You have now said, I think the Chiefs could miss the playoffs and the Panthers are going to make the playoffs. And you're going to be right about one of those things and wrong about the other. Yeah. And all this is going to come out in the wash.
That would be awesome.
Instead of being wrong about both?
Yeah, I'd go for that.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think, you know what I think, Isaac? I think you need to grow a pair and come up with some hot takes instead of just, I'm going to follow mainstream media and go with whatever.
The lamestream media over here in the corner, because I think the Chiefs will make the playoffs.
You're right. Where's your hot take been this entire break?
Well, we're going to get to the NFC West. I'll give you my hot takes then.
I'll give you a fan take, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to hold on the Raiders, or do you want to do them now?
It's up to you.
As long as you are, I will ask your permission to give my team preferential treatment with them going last, but it probably makes more sense if we wrap up the division. Okay, Brian.
The Raiders.
So Isaac's obvious take is the Raiders will be the worst team in this division. So just tell me,
which is an easy bet.
Is an easy bet.
Yeah.
Tell me how. Well, before we recorded, you were just telling me about all the things that have gone wrong this week. I was going to say, tell me what is this team's pathway to any sort of playoff contention this season?
Really, it's just got to be on the back of playmakers like Brock Bowers. Ashton Genty has to be good and keep the defense off the field, which he's shown flashes of looking like he can. When you go into a preseason game, it's always weird having a running back go into a preseason game and trying to judge what their career is going to be like on that, because there's so much that goes into being a running back. There's rhythm, there's plays, there's schemes, there's defenses, and so
it's preseason. Trying to grade running backs on preseason is worse than maybe probably most other positions, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. But either way, there's still some flashes of what you want to see as far as here's the hole, hit it, you're in my way, get out of my way, and then the falling forward for extra yards is always a plus too there. And so Geno has to be who you think he is when you trade a 3rd round pick for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be on the back of the offense, and it has to be on the back of the leadership of Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. That Chip Kelly hiring is probably, for me, the sneaky underrated thing about the Raiders that is going to catch a lot of teams, I believe. And if you want to sit there and try to act like Chip Kelly, regardless of his coaching ability, if you want to try to say that Chip Kelly does not have an offensive mind, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You're absolutely delusional, right? And so can Chip Kelly put these guys in position to win? I think that he can. My biggest concern is, can the defense get a stop? And the reality is there's so much. We're running out, fourth round draft pick cornerbacks as our cornerback 2, of a fringe quarterback 2 as our quarterback 1. Undrafted guys as our starting safeties.
Cornerback or quarterback? Cornerback. Okay.
Yeah.
That you just called Geno Smith a fringe QB2.
We signed Jamal Adams, and now he's a linebacker. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many question marks on that defense. The only thing that the defense has going for it is continuity with Patrick Graham returning again for like the 5th season. I think he should have been fired like 3 years ago, but here we are with Patrick Graham, which was super surprising to me with Pete Carroll that he did not want
his guy.
I'm
surprised too. As much as I
think that speaks to who Pete Carroll and what he's trying to do.
Yes.
He's not trying to go in and put his fingerprints all over everything. He's trying to go in and change a culture.
As much as I would love to feast on your salty, salty tears because all of your other teams are good, and when you decided to start watching baseball, you picked the Dodgers, which drives me nuts. So as much as that kills me, here is the Raiders' schedule. Patriots, Chargers, Commanders, Bears, Colts, Titans.
Right.
Just need a couple things to go right.
Yeah.
You could be a 4-2 team at week 6.
Easily.
You got to play the Chiefs then. It starts getting a little bit more difficult, but this isn't the toughest schedule in the world.
No.
And I don't, I do like Pete Carroll. I don't think Geno Smith is the worst quarterback in the league. I'm not picking him in fantasy anytime soon, but not the worst option.
Yeah, here's where the Raiders are. Their floor is absolutely like a 3.
Oh, their floor is
3-win team.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But I truly believe that their ceiling could be a 9-8, 10-7 season.
I think, unfortunately,
like what if Brock Bowers? Okay, so what if Ashton Genty comes in and is electric as Brock Bowers is in his rookie year? You're gonna tell me that's not gonna like?
I just be careful, Brian.
No, I mean
don't get sucked in too hard here.
No,
I mean
I did that a couple years ago, and not again.
You need to root for.
But
unfortunately, I think if the Raiders ended up as a 4-2 team, their ceiling might be 10-7. I think their ceiling's probably 9-8. I think if they did well this season for them, like if they achieved their ceiling, it probably would be the worst case scenario potentially.
Yeah,
because they still have huge holes that they have to repair.
Yeah,
but. You talk about Pete Carroll building a culture, and is them bottoming out again good for them building a culture? Not necessarily.
No. I mean, they got to be in the middle of the pack.
They just have.
They have to be in the middle of the pack.
I think you want to see them fall off at the end against teams that they should lose to.
Yeah,
and if they're a 6-win team, that's a perfect season for the Raiders. Is 6-win team, 5th overall draft pick somehow.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, but So I say all of that, and I think that they could go out and surprise some teams. I don't think that you've seen the full onslaught of what the Raiders can be this year. And then today just is more Raiders typical stuff where nothing says you're ready for the season, like your number one wide receiver coming in and requesting a trade, going out and signing a washed Amari Cooper, and then trading a 5th round pick for Kenny Pickett.
You guys suck.
So bad.
After everything I just said, the Raiders are terrible, bums, awful, first overall pick.
I never thought about it. I was like, why does he love to just bash the Raiders so bad? And now it makes so much more sense.
Yeah, because the Raiders to you are the Mariners to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and when you get mad at me for complaining about how the Mariners have never done anything, I just want you to remember that in week 12 when the Raiders are 1-11 again.
And then I just want you to remember that the Raiders have 3 Super Bowls.
Well, that is
and
true.
I've been to a Super Bowl in my lifetime.
That is also true. How did that Super Bowl go?
It was not great.
Okay. The NFC West.
Don't trade your coach the year before when you're in a contending window, dude.
No, that was kind of silly. Okay.
Rank them?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We got to rank
them.
That was a long segment. I forgot we had
long. I know.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. I think you sold me a little bit. I'm going to say Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders.
Welcome to the dark side.
There's my hot. That's not even that hot of a take.
No.
Okay, who do you got?
I'm going Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders.
Do you have the Chiefs in a playoff spot?
I just put no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I have the Chiefs. Well, they probably will make the playoffs, but I really like everything in me is hoping that they don't.
Yeah, well, that's a fan take.
I'm ready.
That's what we call in the business a fan take.
I am ready for the Chiefs to suffer.
Yeah. You'll hear one of my fan takes here in a second.
All right. Yeah, let's get it.
All right. So the NFC West, to me, one of potentially although I think the AFC West is also very, very intriguing. I think the NFC West is maybe the most interesting division in the league this year, and it's only because I have no idea what any of these teams are going to do.
You cannot say that when you have the NFC East.
Well, the NFC East, the NFC East, the meme potential in the NFC East is certainly higher than the West. But I think as far as who's making the playoffs, who's not, I think the NFC West, you could easily make an argument.
This is a dumpster fire division.
Any of these teams to make the playoffs,
That's
just
disgusting.
as easily as you could say any of them would miss the playoffs. I don't know where any of these guys will finish. There's so much variability in this division.
Okay.
I'm going to start at the top with the Cardinals. That ESPN lists first. And I think like the Chargers, but probably more so, the Arizona Cardinals need to poop or get off the pot, as they say.
Yeah, with Kyler.
Kyler Murray needs to either be the guy or this team needs to blow it up and start over. But
if Kyler goes out and has a bad season, who's taking Kyler?
Don't know. I don't have
Browns.
the answers. Yeah, they need a 6th quarterback. Well, they just got rid of one, so they need to replace one to get their QB room back. Yeah. It feels like every year the Cardinals could make the playoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype on the Cardinals last year.
They could, maybe.
Yeah.
But are they going to?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, for me, Marvin Harrison Jr. officially on bust watch.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't like the tape. I don't like the tape of Marvin Harrison Jr. It's not that, I mean, Kyler, as short as he is, should be able to see him. So I don't feel like that's what it is.
It's a low blow.
That is. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
But no, he comes back in. So he looked like he struggled super hard with separation last year, right?
Yeah.
And he comes back in this year completely jacked.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
He's going to switch to tight end.
You're a receiver. Like, his arms are massive, dude.
I mean,
he's like, you know what? I can't get around these guys. You know,
I'm just going to go through them.
That's a penalty, sir.
DK Metcalf. It worked for DK.
But DK has the speed.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And DK is a different human being.
Yeah, he's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing for the Cardinals, and this is true for all these teams, is the division is wide open.
Yeah.
I think that there is still a lot of potential in all these teams, but also someone's got to take this division. And
it's not going to be the Cardinals.
You don't think so? You don't think that there's a chance that they end up winning the NFC West?
No, they're too inconsistent, man. Like,
well, I would agree, but
they come out, they look like they're going to set the world on fire, and then they go up and lay an egg against a team that they should blow out.
Yeah,
their defense only responds every other game. Kyler Murray refuses to run the ball when that is 1,000% your elite skill set is running the ball. Yeah. You are not a pocket passer, sir. Run the ball. I feel like Sandra Bullock in the buy side. Run the dang ball, Pete. You need to put that clip in here, Ozzy.
You'll have to show. I don't think Ozzy will understand that reference. Okay. But you can show him.
Yeah.
Is that Rudy?
No, it's what? That's Blindside.
Blindside, sorry.
Rudy.
Gosh dang it. My bad. Sandra Bullock, that was okay. Anyway.
Yeah. I just don't see it, man. I don't see this team getting I don't like what they did this offseason. I don't see them getting much better. I do like them taking a chance on Will Johnson. A lot of people got scared off on him. He was supposed to be a top 5 corner and then busted up his knee. And if he gets healthy, there's reason to believe that he could be better. But
they just seem lukewarm to me, though.
Yeah,
like they're just so lukewarm.
It's a mid team. To me, it's the same team that you were last year, unless Kyler Murray decides to run the ball,
run the dang ball. Okay, how about the Rams?
The Rams.
I think if
I'm mad at them.
Well, if I was gonna pick one team to win the division right now before week 1, I probably would take the Rams.
Why? Because Jimmy G is going to be QB1?
Hey, Jimmy Jesus is back.
Yeah,
I don't know, man, because the Rams are what the Cardinals are not, in that they are consistent.
Yeah.
Even when they're not great, they are well coached. They find ways to win football games, and even when they are kind of getting, it's not like they've made a super deep playoff run since they won it all, but they're playing teams close. They were in that game against the Eagles last year. They're a good football team.
And now that game against the Bills was insane.
Yes. Now how long is Matt Stafford going to be out? And does Jimmy G have the ability to kind of hold the ship together. I'll tell you that their schedule, to me, on paper, is no picnic. It is not an easy schedule. They start with Texans, Titans, then they have the Eagles, then they have the Colts, but from there it's Niners, Ravens, Jaguars. You get the Saints down there, but their last couple weeks,
yeah,
I mean,
it's rough.
I don't think that there's a true bottom feeder in that schedule after about the halfway point.
No.
And so if Matt Stafford comes back and is healthy and is solid, I think they're a playoff team.
Well, I think he's supposed to play week 1.
He's supposed to, but he's also no spring chicken. And eventually time is going to run out. And the scariest thing for me is that I kept Puka Nacua in our fantasy league. So I have a lot riding on the Rams' success this year.
Yeah.
I also would love them to lose because I'm a fan of the Seahawks.
What did you
but
keep? You kept Puka?
Puka, Baker, Lamar. I'm keeping both my QBs.
I think it's going to bite you, man.
It might.
I don't know. Trey McBride might come back to you.
Maybe. We'll see.
Anyways. I'm really upset with them. So the Rams are like some inside access here. Were my original team before my brother convinced me to join Purgatory.
Yeah.
And be a Raiders fan.
Before you switch teams.
Yeah. I'm a traitor. I know.
You never do that.
That is why
Mariners for life, baby.
And that is why
every year I'll subject myself to this roller coaster.
Oh my God. And that's why I can't switch from the Raiders now.
Right.
Because I am stuck. I had my window. It was like my first year of watching football. I'm like, I like the Rams. My team that I play for is the Rams. Blah, blah, blah. My brother's like, no, it's the Raiders, dude. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're my bigger brother. That's so cool. I'm a Raiders fan. So, but I'm mad at them because I don't agree with what they did to Cooper Kupp. I think it was super
Seahawks
dirty.
legend, Cooper Kupp.
I think it was super dirty for what he has done for your organization, and then you replace him with the Davante Adams, an absolute, in my opinion, locker room cancer diva, just to the max.
No, not a wide receiver, Brian.
Dude.
Not a wide receiver. That's a locker room cancer.
Like, what is so cool for me is because Davante Adams cannot seem to shut his mouth about the Raiders for the last 3 months and blaming everything on everybody else before he can take some accountability.
That's not accountability.
That's not.
It's not extreme ownership.
No. But now faces the potential of going back out there with Jimmy G, who's the quarterback who he threw a fit with on the Raiders and was like, I got to get out of here. I'm going to die. Nothing would make me more happy than to see. And Matt Stafford, I do not want to see you injured. I like you. You're
He's
amazing,
a good guy.
Dude, he's an amazing
Seems like a good guy.
How many quarterbacks dislocate their shoulder and come back in and win the game?
Probably not that many.
Not that many.
Matt Stafford
did that. But for me to see Davante Adams have to trot out there week 1 with Jimmy Garoppolo, the fantasy, the football gods do exist, and they are there and they are listening, and it's coming back around.
Okay. How about the Niners? And let me tell you, in the NFC West meme war subreddit, Niners fans are freaking out a little bit.
As they should.
They are scared, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because this could go downhill very fast.
Yeah.
And unlike the Chiefs, they don't have, I'm not willing to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because they haven't proved anything. Now, the problem is that the Niners always seem to have the Seahawks number. The Niners have the Seahawks number like the Seahawks have the Cardinals number. And I can't talk too much trash about the Niners because it will bite me. So, Brian, what do you think of this team's outlook?
He said, please talk trash on them for me.
On my behalf. What do you think of the Niners this year?
Dumpster fire. Wah, wah, wah. It's going down. I don't. The only thing, so like the Rams and the Niners for me are the only reason why they could ever be competitive in this division is because they're two well-coached teams.
Mm-hmm.
And with Robert Saleh coming back to coach that defense, I could see a resurgence in that defense. But the Niners have too many question marks. Brandon Ayuk is out. They got.
Oh, but Brian, they got Brian Robinson Jr.
They got Brian Robinson Jr., which was left field for me. But I mean, when you have CMC, you got to have that backup plan. And if he can't play a full, 17 games, which history would show that he cannot, and that is like your entire team really right now rides on Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion. And that is a gamble that I do not want any part of.
Now, have you looked at the Niners schedule?
I think so.
Unfortunately, it is quite paper thin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially at the tail end.
Yeah, they can sneak in some wins there.
Yeah.
Mac Jones went to the Niners?
Yeah. But you heard it here first, folks. I always agree with Brian. Niners, terrible. All right.
All right.
All right.
Let me just hold on. I'm gonna shut my eyes while you go on this rant about the Seahawks.
Okay. Well, we have the best wide receiver in football, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Oh my God. The best.
The resurgence of Cooper Kupp.
I could see it. I could honestly see it.
Well, I didn't see it in the preseason. I don't know if he caught a ball a single time. Now that I'm worried about that.
I don't understand.
He's so back.
I don't understand what happened. It was like they just stopped giving him the ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was weird.
Sam Darnold, he's here. He's arrived. Here forever.
He looked pretty good in preseason.
Yeah.
He's had a good camp.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is also Sam Darnold.
Let's just drop
blitz
this.
him.
I don't need
Blitz him and see what happens.
We already have a 50-minute episode, so I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't actually know if that's true, but we got to be pushing it.
Yeah.
So
we're getting close.
I don't need to do the bit. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
The Seahawks are not a Super Bowl contender this year.
Oh, wow.
Hurts me to say
From
it.
the fandom that I've heard from you, I'm so surprised.
I know.
To hear you say that.
I know. But here's the thing. I think people are not giving Sam Darnold enough credit for the season he had in Minnesota last year. And I think that even without DK, the Seahawks wide receiving core still has enough weapons for him to throw to. I am concerned about Kenneth Walker, but I liked what I saw out of Zach Charbonnet in preseason, and I think Zach Charbonnet is a good running back. We have a full-time fullback now. I think the offensive line's got a lot better. I think the defense took some huge strides last year and will continue to be good. And I think that we don't have a freshman coach anymore, and we've had a chance for everything to solidify, even with the amount of new pieces that are there. So I think the Seahawks could easily be a playoff team. And I don't understand why I've seen so many people have them at 4-13, 5-12. I don't think that their floor could possibly be that low.
They're over and under 7.5.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bananas to me. Because I think that this is an 11-win ceiling team. I do. I think that their floor, I would put at 7 wins. I don't think they're bad enough to bottom out. If they were below 7 wins, without someone getting injured, it would I think they'd be the bottom of the division. I think the Cardinals might have 7 wins, but this is going to be a stingy division. We might see the same thing we did last year, where it's like you need an 11-6, 10-7 record to win the division, but everybody's right there, And I think the Seahawks could be that team.
Let's predict their opening schedule.
Okay.
Versus the Niners.
I think week 1.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
I'm going to say win. I'll have some faith. Week 1, win.
At the Steelers.
Revenge against DK, win.
Versus the Saints.
Win.
At the Cardinals.
Win.
Versus the Bucks.
I'll say loss because I don't think that they'll go 5-0. And I'm sure that I'll get one of those games wrong. But I could see this team come out of the gate and be 4-1.
4-1.
I could see it. I really could. That to me is not a fan take. That is I think possible for this team. Now,
I could see them going to the okay.
What would you say versus the Niners at home?
I think you're really
yes or no? Win or loss?
Loss.
At the Steelers.
Loss.
Versus the Saints.
Win.
Versus or at the Cardinals.
Loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Versus the Bucks.
Loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that this team could easily be 3-2 in the first 5 weeks, and I don't think it's that crazy to say that.
It's not that crazy. I just think that for those first 2 games are gonna. I mean, I think for me with Sam Darnold, what I believe in Sam Darnold is that he is a few plays away from being back to Sam Darnold of old. You know, his confidence gets shaken very easy. I think that the 49ers with Saleh coming back, I don't want to underestimate what they're going to do. You've seen the recipe on how to beat Darnold time and time again. The Seahawks offensive line has never been great.
It's made a lot of improvements this year.
And then you go, and then what? And then
watching it in the preseason.
And then so you're like, okay, we got blitzed a lot. That's an outlier game, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But then you go the next week and you're going face-to-face with TJ Watt. I can just see that shaking and rattling this team to its core to the point where you're making boneheaded plays. You're losing games that you shouldn't. And
I think, unfortunately, the Seahawks have a pretty difficult schedule, and I don't think that there's an easy win in their division. No. So, again, I could easily see this team missing the playoffs. But I call it a fan take if you want. I think that very easily they could go 10-7 and be a wild card team and make some strides this year. Because
I feel like a lot would have to go right for that to happen.
Well, it's going to go right, Brian. Because you have no idea how bad I need this.
It would be
because let me tell you what's going to be happening in those first 4 weeks. The Mariners are going to be imploding. The Mariners are going to be in the process of choking away another playoff entry. And again, my bar for you is so freaking low. Make the mother-loving playoffs. Please do anything for once. But is that going to happen? No, probably not. Because this team their stadium is built on top of some ancient burial ground or something. Let me tell you what's going to be happening when I need the Seahawks to be winning. Sunday, September 7th, Mariners at Atlanta. Loss. Oh, let's look at next Sunday. Mariners not playing. Good. That means they can't lose. They'll probably lose the next day. Let's look at the Sunday after that when they're probably going to be a couple games out of the playoffs. Seattle losing to Houston. Oh, the freaking Astros. Even when we're rooting against each other, we didn't rank the teams. Rams, Seahawks. Oh, gosh, I don't know about that. Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals. I have no faith in the Cardinals. Do anything.
It is a very weird division.
It's like throw a dart. Throw a dart.
Your take was spot on at the beginning of it. I don't know. I think I could see a world where San Francisco wins the division. I could see a world where the Rams, I could see the Seattle. Yeah. So I'm just going to go Rams. I'm going to say Matt Stafford's going to come in healthy. They have the more complete team, I think. Rams, Niners, Seattle Cardinals.
You have no idea how much my mental health is riding on the Seahawks season right now. No idea.
Oh, I hope you're watching this, Dr. Richard.
Even when we're rooting against each other, sports still bring us together. We'll see you next time. Football season.
We're back, baby.
It's a couple weeks away.
It's not. It's
It is. We'll see you next time on To the House.